As a public defender, Judge Karen fought for her client's rights. She was elected to the bench because she believes in doing the right thing.
I'm very passionate about helping people, period. Y'all two grown people need to get your own house.
Right.
You had 7 years to have told him that. When we fight, who's gonna win?
You are.
I don't answer questions, I ask them.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand.
Objective, independent justice.
I'm ready to rule. If you keep walking, you can overcome whatever circumstances you're facing.
This is Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Miguel Ramos is suing Armando Morales in the amount of $1,409. Mr. Ramos claims the dream car he bought from the defendant quit working after a week and says Mr. Morales downplayed an electrical issue and sold him a lemon.
Mr. Ramos, you're suing Mr. Morales for $1,409 for false advertising.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Is that right? And what did you allegedly falsely advertise?
This is a car that I used to own. It's a 2001 Acura Integra.
Okay, so would you advertise it on social media?
It was on the newspaper, Your Honor.
And who has a newspaper would advertise like that? What newspaper? What city are we in?
It was a classified advice.
Classified?
Yeah.
Where's that classified? Who, where?
It was a local newspaper.
But what city were you in?
I live right here in Santa Ana.
In Santa Ana?
Yes.
And y'all have a local paper there?
Yes.
And you still have the classified ads?
That's correct.
Really? The
Actually,
classified
that's how I got
ads?
my security guard. Yeah, that's how I got my
You got a
security
job
guard.
as a security guard?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Well, who knew that you could still get a classified ad? How much did you pay to put it in the paper?
I actually advertised it twice. At the very beginning, it was for $7,000.
Right. How much did they charge you to put that ad in the paper?
It was like a really great deal.
Like what? Practically free?
Yeah, almost.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so we just went back in time here. So you happen to be looking in the classified ads. Were you looking for a 2001
Yes.
Integra?
That's a matter of fact, yes, that's correct.
Right. You were looking for this particular car?
Yeah, it's my holy grail. I grew up
Oh,
watching.
my God. You were meant to find this car.
Yeah.
Okay, because you probably wouldn't have found it anywhere else. How many miles did it have on it?
It had 175,000 miles.
Okay, were you the first owner?
No, I was the second owner.
You're
I
the
got it from my
second
dad.
owner.
Yeah, I don't know where he got it from though.
Okay, so you see this ad in the classified ads for $7,000
$7,000.
for this car. Is that right?
That's correct.
What did the ad say? You have a picture of the ad?
Well, yes, I do
Let
have
me
a
see
picture
the
of the
ad.
ad.
That is an ad. Well, look at that. Unleash your inner ludicrous in this classic hot rod. She's a little old, but she's a classic and handles like a dream. That could be a woman. She's a bit of a fixer-upper, but she's got a heart of gold. No, that says $575.
Like I said, I posted it twice because
Oh.
when I posted it for $7,000, I didn't had any calls for a couple of months. So I had to go to the Kelly Blue Book to find the actual value of the car. And I went out to the actual value, which is $5,575.
All right, so you read this ad, you got the Holy Grail, you've been looking for this car.
And I had been looking for a car since my old car is beginning to fail me.
Right, so this car was gonna be your daily driver?
Yeah.
Okay.
My workhorse.
So you called the defendant,
That's right.
and what happened?
I call him. I say I'm very interested in purchasing the vehicle. He sounded just as interested to sell the vehicle to me.
Okay.
And then we set up a meeting, and he meets me at my apartment the next day.
All right, so what'd you think when you saw the car?
Oh, I loved it.
You have a picture of the car?
I do.
Okay, what color is the car?
It's white.
Oh, no.
Does she have a name? The car doesn't have a name?
It doesn't have a name.
Oh my God, all my cars
But
have
it went to
names.
battles with me, you know. I drove it for 7 years.
That's a nice looking, now I remember that Integra. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a cute car, actually. So you were in love at first sight with her?
Yes.
All right, so you took it for a drive?
Yes, so I asked for a test drive. He said
Okay.
it was good to drive, and
Yeah,
then we
he drove
off.
with you? He rode with
He
you
rode
in the
with
car?
me,
You
yes.
drove? Where'd you go?
We went around the neighborhood.
Right, like how long do you think you drove it around?
Oh, I'd say 15 minutes or so.
Did you get on the highway and see what it was like riding on the highway?
I did, yes.
Okay, did he make any other representations about this car?
He said that he needed to get it fixed, so I wouldn't be able to purchase it right then and there.
Did you ask him what kind of repairs?
Yes, I did.
What'd you ask him?
I asked him what sort of repairs needed to be done, and he said he wasn't good at cars, and his uncle was going to check on some of them.
That's not an answer. What repairs? What wasn't working?
So this is what happened. When I posted the second advertisement, the car was in perfect conditions.
Okay.
When I posted the advertisement, the car started failing.
What was it doing?
It was just stalling out on me. Every
Okay.
time I stopped, even if it was like a red light or
Right.
if it was parked, it was
Right.
just
But
stalling
he
on me.
drove the car. He said it drove like a dream.
Yeah, it was actually just not happening very often. It was
Right.
every now and then.
Some cars are like that. They behave when you need them to
Yes,
behave,
but
or they misbehave when you need them to behave.
Yeah, but
I have a car like that. Her name's Tangy.
Tange. Okay.
Because every
can
woman
work.
I ever known named Tangy was always a troublemaker.
Okay.
And so that's why I call her that. That's why I'm surprised you don't have a name for the car.
Coming up on Supreme Justice.
I sold it because I was very specific.
Don't get involved. You should know when you're kind of ahead. Don't interrupt me.
Sorry, Your Honor.
And later,
I was trying to reverse,
Okay.
and I was in drive instead, and then I pressed the gas and I hit her bumper.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Miguel Ramos, who is suing Armando Morales for misrepresentation.
So you agreed what then? That if he took the car to be worked on, you were going to buy it or you may buy it? What was this agreement?
So the agreement was that he'd get it repaired in a week. A week goes by,
Okay.
I get anxious. He hasn't reached out to me, so I reach out to him.
Okay.
And he, at that point in that call, he says that it still needs a couple of days. His uncle is taking a look at it.
Okay. What was going on now?
So when I take the car to my uncle,
Does he have a mechanic shop or he's got a backyard?
no, he has a mechanic shop.
Okay.
He's a certified mechanic, so I took
Okay.
it to him. That's why I don't know how much about cars, because if I have a questions, he answers.
Okay.
He's the
So
one.
what did
He's
Uncle
the
say?
expert.
Did he
so
diagnose
I
the
took it to
car?
him, and he told me that there was something going on with the fuse box, the one that it's under the steering wheel. There was something going on that a power wire was getting unplugged because of the vibrations that the car was making after a custom repairs that I did to
Right.
it.
Did you have anything in writing from your uncle about what was wrong with the car?
I do have a list, but that's from another repairs that he had to make to the car once he started working on
Okay,
it.
so once he started, then other things.
Yes.
You should call your car Tangy too.
Yes.
Yeah. Just once you start, and there's something else, and then there's something else.
Yes.
Okay, so then why are we here?
I got nervous about, my dream car going away.
Right.
So I, didn't want to, but I pressured Armando to basically fix the car, or else I would walk out by the end of the week.
Okay, you said if it's not fixed, I don't want it at the end of the week. Is that right?
He was gonna walk away. Yeah.
Okay, so then what
And
happened?
He showed up the next day with the car ready.
Okay.
He said, there's this one issue, which
Right.
is the power wire comes loose, and I just have to occasionally plug it back in
Okay.
for the car
and
to
you
start.
took his word?
I did.
So you bought it on his word, and then what happened?
So what happened was that I drove it, and it was running well for a whole week.
Right.
And then driving it around the neighborhood, going to work with it, and all of a sudden, at a stop sign, the car stops working. I
Tangy.
get nervous, go into the box and flip it on
Right.
time for the green.
And did it turn back
works.
on?
And it turned back
Okay,
on.
so that's what he told you.
Yeah.
Okay. He
And so-
said that. He said you're gonna have to put these
did.
wires together.
Yeah.
Okay,
did.
then
So that
what
was
happened?
about a week of having driven it perfectly.
Right.
And then this issue began to show up more and more.
Right, right.
Whenever I passed at a stop sign, whenever I was at a street
But
light,
every time you put those two wires together, it started.
until it stopped.
All right.
I sold it because I was very
don't
specific.
don't get involved. You should know when you're kind of ahead. Don't interrupt me,
Sorry, Your Honor.
because I'm still trying to understand where we're going.
Sorry,
So
Your
we
Honor.
did that about how many times before it just stopped working altogether?
It was a whole week of me
Right.
going and using the car
Right.
and
And
this
it would
happening.
start and stop, and then
Yeah.
it just stopped.
And it just stopped.
And then you took it. Then you took it to a mechanic.
Yes, I called my mechanic. He
Right.
towed it.
You had your own mechanic?
Yes.
Why didn't you call my mechanic before I bought the car?
I really wanted it. I thought it
Well,
was
then
gonna go
you know
away.
what? Then who do you think is the person here that made the wrong decision?
I understand what you're saying. I just think that there's an opportunity for Armando to do right and cover the cost of that.
Well, you want him to pay for what was wrong with the car? What did your mechanic say was wrong with the car?
The fuse box had to be completely exchanged.
Okay.
And I have evidence here for what it cost.
So you paid $1,400 for that?
Yes.
And why don't you think you owe him for that?
Because I was very specific about this specific issue that my uncle found in the car.
Right.
And despite that, he didn't know of all the other stuff that I was repairing.
Right.
And that actually came out of my pocket. And
How much did you pay for that?
It was a total of, and it's still pending, so it was $350 for the alternator repair.
Okay.
It was $230 for the ignition cord replacement, and it was $150 to put new brake pads on the car.
Those are some substantial repairs, and the price was not that high.
It was not changed.
Because that was your uncle.
Yes, and it was not that high, and the value of the car was not going to change.
Right.
So I keep it at the same price, but this had to be fixed before we actually make it to the fuse box.
But you told him about these wires.
Yes, Your
So
Honor.
he told you.
He told me it was
He said, you're going to have to put these two wires together, and it'll start again, but it's a problem. Your holy grail, you better love her, because you're going to spend money on her. Tangy just got out of the shop Friday. And she drove like a dream. By the time I got home, her blinkers weren't working. And she's a beautiful car. She's a beautiful truck, I'm sorry. So, what have you learned from this?
That the way that you talk about Tammy and the way you talk
Tangy.
about... Tangy.
Blue Bunny, that's another car.
Blue Bunny. All those cars, that's how I feel about the Integra.
Right. Well,
know,
understand you're going to be paying for the Integra.
I will.
Right. And I have a feeling is even if you knew that was wrong with that car, you were going to get that car because you loved her.
Yeah.
Right? You loved her. But next time you have to have your mechanic take a look at it. And you got to find a mechanic that knows that particular car. So, maybe you find somebody that works on Integras, because you're going to need it. Integrity. Ready to roll. Good luck to you both. Judgment for the defendant.
All rise.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's case is dismissed.
It was not my fault. I was honest, and this is what happened. I'm really happy with the result.
I don't think it's fair, and honestly, I'm gonna ride this car to the ground.
Coming up,
When she came back with the car fixed,
Right.
I realized that the bumper wasn't up to its original condition. It was actually upgraded.
you're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Holly Rivera is suing Valerie Espinoza in the amount of $1,080. Ms. Rivera claims she accidentally hit her neighbor's bumper and offered to pay for the repair, and says the defendant got an expensive new bumper on her dime.
Ms. Rivera, you are suing Ms. Espinoza for $1,080 on a unjust enrichment allegation. What's your relationship to the defendant?
Well, she is my downstairs neighbor.
Okay, so what happened?
I was trying to reverse,
Okay.
and I was in drive instead, and then I pressed the gas, and I hit her bumper.
Okay, how did you feel when you saw that your car had been hit?
Of course, I was frustrated.
Right.
Especially because my car was parked. There's no reason for that to have happened.
Do you have a picture of the damage? Do you have a picture of the damage? Did you take a picture?
Yes.
Let me see the picture. Don't give me a bunch of papers. Please give me the picture. It's a lot of work they're having me do today. I just need to see the picture. Okay. Okay.
And then this was the before and after.
This is before, right?
That's when I hit her, yep.
Okay, that's her car. That's your car.
Yes.
All right, let me see the after. After you found out she hit your car, what'd you do?
I sent her a message explaining my frustrations. She said she would fully cover the cost.
Right.
I said, perfect. I went to get a quote from my local auto shop man.
Okay.
They told me.
You said my local auto body place. Had you had work done there before?
It's just like friend of the family.
So you had never had any body work done there?
No, I just knew of him.
Okay, and so what was the cost that he gave you to replace the bumper?
$2,650.
coming up.
What I was told was that I had two options.
I don't care what somebody told you. What somebody told you does not matter to me unless that person is going to come in here and tell me what they told you.
You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Holly Rivera, who is suing Valerie Espinoza for unjust enrichment.
So she told you it's going to be $2,650?
Yes, and then
Okay, did you call around yourself to see if that number made sense?
Well, I mean, she told me it was going to be that amount, and since it was an expensive car, I just took her word for it.
Right.
And then when she came back with the car fixed, I realized that the bumper wasn't up to its original condition. It was actually upgraded.
It was an upgrade. It wasn't the bumper that she had on the car. You got a better bumper?
I got what was available at the shop.
Okay, but did you call around to see if you could find the bumper that you had?
I went to my local auto man that I trust.
You told me that part. But I'm saying, did you check around? Because he didn't have your bumper.
Right.
So did you call around to see who had your bumper?
I asked around, but it wasn't much of a difference. So I would
in price?
In price, yeah.
Okay. So what did you find out?
Well, actually, I disagree with that.
Okay. Tell me what you found out then.
Well, she came back with the car, and it looked...
Well, you're suing her for $1,080.
Yes.
You came up with something somewhere.
Yes.
Okay.
So what happened was I took a picture of the upgraded car, and I sent it to my friend who also does auto body work.
Right.
And then he works at the shop, so he went into the system to see the bumper that she got.
Then you did some research.
I have it right here.
Okay, let's see what your research shows.
On the left is the amount would have been to replace to its original condition.
Right.
Versus the right, which is the cost that would have been the upgrade.
Is the bumper available?
So what?
Yes or no?
No.
Bring my phone, please.
Judge Karen's verdict when Supreme Justice returns. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
I see it is available online, brand new. And your obligation was to replace what she damaged. You don't just get to decide, well, you know what, now's a good time to get an upgraded bumper. And so I'm going to go with the higher bumper. So that's how we come up with the $1,080.
Yeah.
Okay, so the replacement value of what you had was not this brand new bumper, the upgraded bumper. It's what you originally had.
Right. So when I spoke to the auto repairman, what I was told was that I had two options.
I don't care what somebody told you. What somebody told you does not matter to me unless that person is going to come in here and tell me what they told you.
Well, I could also show you the evidence. I just thought I would give you the context.
What evidence are you going to show me?
We have the estimate of, they didn't have that specific bumper that I used to have in the shop. So either I waited for about a month to get that.
Ma'am, you could have called around town. This is Los Angeles. Somebody else would have been able to find you that bumper. The dealer could have found you that bumper. You could have found the bumper. That's the bottom line. I'm ready to rule. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,080. Good luck to you. Thank you, audience.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $1,080.
I'm glad justice was served.
This was an unfair verdict, and I will do what needs to be done.
Thank you.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.